Right, hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking around the new engine. Now this is a BJX engine, the same as in the actual Polo itself. The code is there, it's upside down, so you're going to have to use your imagination of that one. But I've bought a new gearbox and a new complete engine. By complete I mean it had the turbo, the exhaust manifold, the intake manifold, the injectors, rails, the alternator, the Aircon compressor, absolutely everything, and it was an absolute steal. I think I'll go for like £300, like obviously UK money. Yeah, so we've got a gearbox which will be rebuilt, and it will have a LSD placed inside it. I'm not sure the brand, probably Quaife. And then obviously we've got our 1.8 20 valve turbo with our KO3S turbo on the back, and obviously all the old gubbins. But I've got an issue. I don't have an engine crane, so I've ordered an engine stand, and since engine cranes are about 200 quid, and I don't really have the room for it, as you can probably tell at the moment. This engine is going to have to be stripped back to a head, a block, and a sump. The reason why that's got to be done is because I have to bolt the engine stand onto the back here where the gearbox is sitting, and I'm going to have to lift it onto the stand. So the lighter I can get the engine, the better. So this video is basically going to be stripping off all of this side and going from there. Right, from this you can see that I've already got to work. I did film some stuff on my iPhone, but it didn't come out too great. So when I actually got the video camera, which I should have got anyway, but don't worry about that. This is the air conditioning compressor. It's all been unplugged, unbolted, but now I've got to remove this mounting plate. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 hex heads. Here we are, just taking off the oil filter so we can get to the oil cooler, but obviously it's still full of oil, so if I gently twist it off, if I went the right way, that'd probably help. Gently twist it off, and I've cut an old screen wash bottle in half and made sort of like oil drain with it, so you can see all the nice carbon oil coming out, and it should drop any second now. Let that drain, and should be good as gold. Right, so the next thing has come off after the oil filter was all drained. I've tried to take off one here, but that's still draining out coolant because it will be stuck in the head somewhere or on the block, etc. Replace the Aircon bolts into the actual plate it came out of. Don't really want to lose them. Whether or not I put it back on, I don't know. I might get a custom made bracket just to hold the alternator on, save some weight, but for now we need to break these two 13mm off, which that one's already done. Just this top one up here, which is right there. Once they're off, the alternator should come free. Oh, and I've also got to take off the electrical connections, which are here and there. There's one there at the middle, and there's one like a plug on top. Obviously I don't want to break them, so they're probably the best things to take off first. I don't know, we'll see. Right, as you can see, the alternator is now on the floor and it's off, and it gives us access to all of this bracket here. But lastly, I've got to remove this tensioner. See, that keeps the auxiliary belt tension, so it's important, but it's not absolutely critical. So that's gonna have two 13mm bolts, I think. They look like 13s, they might be 15s. I'm not sure, and then we can take this plate off with all these massive M12s or M10s, I'm not too sure. Right, so that's the auxiliary belt tensioner off. It's sat up there. There was an extra bolt, so there was 3 bolts. You can obviously still, it's still there. It's holding up a bracket for a water pipe. But other than that, I don't think much else other than this. Let me shine some light on it. Other than that bolt there, which holds up the inlet manifold being attached. So once that is out, and that's out, we can finally take out these big ones, and then that bracket will be able to come away from the engine. And here we have it. We have the bracket off of the car, revealing more of the block and where the water pump and timing belt sits. It's getting there. It's getting there slowly. Letting it drain still. Look how much more oil's come out of the car. Some of that is water as well, but we're getting there. Once this side's bare, we'll flip it round and do the other side. Here's a little tip to remember where bolts came from. Once you've taken them out, put them back into the actual mounting holes on the block. Obviously they might need to come out again, but obviously you can take photographs and you can make a list of what goes where. But I've always found that putting them back in the block where they belong is pretty much the best way to make sure they don't get lost. And if you also look here, you'll find that we've got a seed right next to the thermostat housing. It's a bit weird. Now this is the thermostat housing here. I can shine a torch on it. Right there. Normally it's a pain in the arse to get to, but what's a pain in the arse right now is there's water pipes just underneath them, and I can't actually get to the pipe to take the clip off. So what I'm going to have to do is take the thermostat housing off, which is plastic, so that shouldn't be too hard. 2 10mm bolts, pop that off, pop the clip off of the water pipe, and then I can put this thermostat housing back on. I don't have to, but it's plastic and it doesn't weigh a lot, although it's very prone to snapping off, so we'll see. Right, here is the old thermostat. You can see that this engine's probably not been changed. Well, the coolant in this engine has probably not been changed as much as it should have been, and I'm pretty sure when I pull this out it's going to go fucking everywhere. Look, it's absolutely rock solid in there with rust. So the entire head and the entire block are going to have to be cleaned through with some sort of anti-rust cleaner or engine block cleaner, because that is, look at that, look. You can see how much rust there must be in that head. I think this might possibly be, from the shape of the O-ring, which is now square, I think this might have been in since factory, so this might be a factory thermostat still, which would explain quite a lot. And as I said, it came out and went bloody everywhere. Look at that, look how rusty that is. But yep, there's water over my garage floor now, so that's great. Right, that's been stuffed with a rag. Water on the floor, just have to sort of dry. But no, other than that, that's off. And right there is the clip that I need to get off. But I think I'm going to leave that off for now, because where it's made of plastic, there's a very, very high chance that's going to snap off. And that's another part that I don't have to replace. And there we have it, all done. Pipes off. I had to cut it in the end, but all the pipes have been replaced, so it doesn't really matter. There's the old ones, and that's how much taken off so far. All of this. Right, and that is the end of this episode. I'll be taking more for the next, mainly the oil cooler and the starter motor and everything else this side, obviously with the plenum chamber as well. And then the next episode of that will be on the exhaust side, and then after that we'll be getting the gearbox and the engine split, and then we'll be putting it on the engine stand. So stay tuned for the next one. As always, please subscribe, it always helps the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.